On this edition of City Focus, one police chief retires and an interim is named. The Neighborhood Development Division informs us about the new revitalization tax. Main Street invites everyone to the downtown sidewalk sale. And the Valdosta Fire Department has their annual boot drive to support MDA. These stories and more on this edition of City Focus. Welcome to City Focus. I'm Marcus McConico, the Media Coordinator for the City of Valdosta. This is the 18th episode of City Focus in 2018. City Focus is your source for what's happening within your government. These are the most important topics that are happening in the city. On August 28th, the Valdosta Police Department, along with friends and family, got the opportunity to say goodbye and good luck to Chief Brian Childress as he retired from the Valdosta Police Department. Childress reminded all visitors that the good work of the VPD will continue whether he is a part of the department or not.
The entire time I've had this job, the entire time I've been in law enforcement, even whether it was in security police, security forces, or Perry, or even in Valdosta, I often would use the language, the machine. That machine will keep on rolling.
Childress took the time to thank some of his mentors in the military and law enforcement. Some of those include Mayor John Gale, former City Manager Larry Hanson, current City Manager Mark Barber, and former Chief of Police Frank Simons.
Probably my strongest mentor at the professional level, and it was an honor that he came up here. I'll tell you, one of the reasons I got out of the military, I loved the Air Force, still do. That's why I stayed in reserve. I have nothing negative to say about security forces, security police, but I met Frank Simons. And you know, a lot of people say that, hey, I'm one of the best police chiefs, if not the best, that's ever been in Valdosta. Well, they're lying, or they don't know what they're talking about. Because Frank Simons, as far as I'm concerned, is the best police chief I've ever met.
He also discussed some of the accomplishments that he is most proud of during his time at the department. Lowering the city's crime rate is near the top of that list. He points to the men and women that work in the department as the reason for the low crime rate.
Lower now, and I'm not going to just talk about me, but your crime rate is lower now in 2018 than it was in 2000. That's also under Frank Simons' leadership. Yeah, this city has grown by 35%.
Metro 17 and the City of Valdosta wish Chief Childress well in his retirement. On August 31st, City Manager Mark Barber officially named Leslie Manahan as the interim Chief of Police for the Valdosta Police Department.
After careful consideration of each of these traits, with much thought and much prayer, it's my pleasure to officially name Leslie Manahan as the interim police chief for the City of Valdosta.
A humbled Manahan believes that she and the department will successfully go through this transition until a permanent chief is hired.
I'm so excited and honored to be chosen to help our department right now through this transition. It's going to be a process that we're going to get through together, and we're going to work together and get through it.
Manahan will be the first woman to lead the department, but she doesn't see that as a big deal because of the number of women and the amount of diversity in the department.
You know, honestly, I don't really think about it that way. This department itself, it's got a reputation of having a lot of females in command staff and higher ranking positions that have been helping run the department for years. So I don't really think about it. I haven't really put a lot of thought into that, to be honest with you. We're very lucky to have a lot of females that have been given opportunities.
For more information, contact the Valdosta Police Department. At the August 23rd City Council meeting, Council approved the redevelopment tax in order to fight blight and slum in the city.
The redevelopment tax, and we also call it the blight tax, is another tool in our toolbox in which we can help to counter the areas of slum and blight in our community. And it's not just residential homes, it's for commercial properties also. As you ride around our community, you can see a lot of these structures that have been in an extended period of blight.
The city will assess property and work with the property owners before applying the tax.
We will go out and have someone assess the status of that property. So we would use what we use, which is the International Property Maintenance Code. And we would go out and we would actually look at that property and show where it is deficient. We would present it to the courts, but this is only after we try our best to work with the property owner to either have the property demolished or to give them time and an opportunity to fix that property and bring it up to code.
Often there are many hidden costs and safety issues when lots are not maintained properly.
This will only be used in a worst case scenario. Also, people need to understand that the reason why the city is going to use this option is because you do not see all the hidden costs and expenses it takes for a city or a county or any type of municipality to counteract the slum and the blight that is being caused by these substandard structures.
For more information, contact the Neighborhood Development Division at 229-671-3617. The City of Valdosta's Traffic Division is performing an upgrade on traffic lights in the city. The changes will begin on Ashley and Patterson Streets.
The major change that the public would notice with this here particular upgrade, we're going from a yellow-red flash, which means on Main Street it will flash yellow, and on side streets it will flash red. Now we're going to what we call an all-red flash. So if there's any problems with the traffic signal, each direction will be flashing red, so we'll have to treat it as a four-way stop.
They will also make traveling safer if the traffic lights go out.
Make it safer for the public because we've noticed in the past, citizens, when the light is flashing, they just drive through, they won't take any precautions. So it's the issue of safety. The state has done many studies about this, and they found out that if the public see all red, they know what a red means. So we have the opportunity of reducing crash, reducing accidents, and making it overall safer for everyone in the city.
Often drivers forget when a traffic light goes to flash that you are to treat it as a four-way stop.
If a vehicle in front of them go through the intersection, they don't bother to look at the light. They just proceed through just like the previous vehicle did. So once again, we're trying our best to make it as safe as possible. Here in the city, we have 128 intersections, so this upgrade is scheduled to take us roughly 6 weeks. So the purpose of this informational is to get the word out to the public. If you're traveling down the roadway and you see the light goes into flash or go dark, it's okay. We're in the process of doing the upgrade. We have to put it in flash to make sure the software is working.
For more information, contact the Traffic Management Division at 229-259-3530. In late August, the Valdosta Police Department unveiled its new firearm and K-9 training center.
A lot of the departments I went to, they had a dedicated location for a fast machine. This fast machine is high tech because you can shoot rifles, you can do pistols, you can do tasers, pepper spray, everything we have, all the weapons our officers have, they can go in there and do video scenarios and actually practice them, judgment shooting.
The facility will include its firearm training simulator that will be placed there permanently. It will also house extra police cars that are usually stored at the Valdosta Police Department.
We needed parking down here for spare cars. And you all need to remember this because I'm leaving. A lot of folks say, well, you know, why does law enforcement need spare cars? Because cars break down. Well, and they wreck them. That's right. So we got to maintain about 10 cars, 8 to 10 cars all the time.
The K-9 unit will also have a place to train 8 dogs in the department.
That we wanted a place where we can cut the dogs loose, release them. We can still use other areas for like, you know, the city, but we want a place where we can give them obedience training. So that fenced-in area back there, there's signs out there, we've done everything professionally that says it's a K-9 training area. There's jumps out there, the whole deal.
For more information, contact the Valdosta Police Department at 242-2606.
My name is Ray Hanna, a student at Valdosta State University and an intern for Metro 17. The City of Valdosta is working to engage the community with a new video series, Keeping You Informed. The videos will be produced by the city's Metro 17 staff. The video series is aimed at educating citizens about different aspects of local government. Metro 17 partners with Valdosta State University students, like myself, to produce Keeping You Informed videos. Here are the first two in the series. Welcome to Keeping You Informed. On this edition, Fog Program Technician Joseph Gangler spreads the word about the fats, oils, and greases that are clogging city sewers.
We have various grease traps. We have large traps, 1,000-gallon minimum. We have some places who have 2, 3, 4 traps, 4,000 gallons worth of traps that can hold several hundred pounds of grease.
The traps Mr. Gangler is referring to can be managed as long as citizens do their part to prevent contamination in the city's sewer system. Preventing all fats, oils, and greases from going down the drain isn't an overnight fix. However, citizens must remember to always wipe grease off dishes before rinsing them and to scrape waste into a trash container rather than the sink. Follow the City of Valdosta's Facebook page or visit the city's website for more information about the FOG program. On this edition of Keeping You Informed, Traffic Manager Larry Ogden informs citizens on how they can have a speed bump or hump constructed in their neighborhood.
First thing we would do is come out and do a traffic study. We'll see how many cars pass through that subdivision in a 24-hour period, and we also see how fast those vehicles are going. If those vehicles meet the city criteria, which is 85th percentile of 10 miles over the posted speed limit, that will be identified as a problem area. The next step, they will have to get a petition signed where roughly 70% of the people who live in the area, the homeowners or the official resident in that home, sign a petition and say we won't have speed bumps installed in our area. Then the final step will be, once a petition is signed, it has to go to the city engineering department. The city engineering department will verify that the signatures are accurate to the address listed on the paperwork, and it will have to go before council for approval or denial. If it's approved, then I will get an email and a work order stating we can install speed bumps in that area.
For more information, head to the engineering department on the city's website. Click on Traffic Management, then scroll to the bottom of the page and click the link Speed Hump Policy and Request.
Valdosta Main Street is inviting everyone to downtown Valdosta for its downtown sidewalk sale. This is a great event that will showcase downtown shops and eateries to locals or visitors that may not have had a chance to see what downtown has to offer.
So September 15th is the downtown sidewalk sale, and it's just a good day to come out and catch some really great deals on some good things and maybe some treasures downtown that you've been keeping an eye on but hadn't been ready to buy yet. And so it's just a great day for everybody to come out and check out downtown. You can come eat lunch or brunch downtown. There might be a little bit of live music. And then some of the stores are also previewing their fall line as well. So it's not just getting rid of the summer stuff, it's previewing fall as well. So it's just, it'll be a fun day out downtown.
For more information, like the Valdosta Main Street Facebook page. City of Valdosta Public Works Department now has a new tag on the front of their vehicles, informing everyone that they are also first responders.
It has actually been designated as first responders. We do a lot of planning, pre-planning for emergencies. We work with the Emergency Management Agency, planning for disasters, planning for storms, and we play a major role in responding, right with the police, the fire, and medical personnel. A lot of times we clear some access roads to make sure that all of the agents can get to the scene or to the sites.
The tag's design looks like a road cone or barrel with orange, black, and white stripes.
American Public Works Association designed the sticker, and it was taken from many different things. You can take the different colors of it and you can look at it. It's like a construction site. The orange is like the construction barricades. The orange cones are the barrels that outlines, hey, something is going on. It's a construction site. Be cautious.
Last year, Public Works employees worked before, during, and after Hurricane Irma, and during the winter storm in January.
Our troops are out in the field. They're responding. We want to make sure that they get the representation. We want the public to know that the Public Works Department, they are first responders also.
For more information, contact Public Works. City of Valdosta Public Works Department held a retirement ceremony for Lawrence McCoy, who retired from the city after 30 years of service. Lawrence started his career with the city on August 22, 1988, as an automotive service technician. In December 1994, McCoy was promoted to light equipment operator. 2 years later, McCoy became a crew leader for the yard trash division. And in August of 1998, McCoy was promoted to heavy equipment operator, where he worked until he retired. Metro 17 and the City of Valdosta would like to wish McCoy a happy retirement. The city wants to remind citizens against illegal parking in its residential parking overlay district around Valdosta State University's campus.
Parking ordinance for this particular overlay is always in effect. But because we have a new class of students attending Valdosta State starting this fall, we need to make them aware of the ordinance as far as parking in that community that surrounds Valdosta State University.
First-time violators will be given warnings with information about the city's ordinance.
Give them a slight lesson on where they can and cannot park, giving them the information about the ordinance, and then after that, then we would have to enforce the ordinance, which could lead up to fines or impoundment of a vehicle. It's the neighborhoods that surround VSU. So you go all in the area off of Bay Tree, in that area, Georgia Avenue, you have Alden Avenue, you have all of those neighborhoods that surrounded to the west, and then you have those neighborhoods that surround it to the east. And all of them, it's maybe a 10 to 12 block area that is considered the overlay, and that's the area that it will be enforced.
The city wants to protect the homeowners in the area while still respecting the important role that VSU and its students play in the Valdosta community.
We're very appreciative of VSU and that we want to become great community partners as we've always been, but we also have to be there for our citizenry, and for a lot of those people, those neighborhoods are home, so they don't want to have their neighborhood disrupted because now we have a new group of students coming in and they may be parking in areas that they're not allowed to.
For more information, contact Neighborhood Development. During the Labor Day weekend, the Valdosta Fire Department collected money from the community to help locals attend MDA camp next year. This fundraiser allowed kids to attend camp for free and be around others just like them.
It's for the kids. Give back to the community. There's kids in our community that benefit from the Metro District Association organization when they go to camp. It costs $2,000 a year for each kid to go to camp. That is something that is not paid by the family. It is paid by these funds that are collected. They also do research for drugs to try to help their condition to make them live longer and be more mobile. If you ever get a chance, go down there and see them at camp. You can volunteer and go watch them. I promise you, you will come back with your eyes open to what you see, because it's 1 week out of the year that they feel normal. They're not worried about their feeding tubes or that they're in a wheelchair or having to use a walker, or they get tired, because everybody else around them has some sort of condition too. So they're able to be themselves for 1 week out of the year.
For more information, contact the Valdosta Fire Department. Recently, the Valdosta Fire Department began its newest class of the Citizens Fire Academy. Students from the area began their 9-week course on the last Tuesday of August. The group will learn all the aspects of the department. All of them are excited to learn about the jobs of our local first responders.
And I met a young man that was a fireman. And you have a special kind of personality that made me ask immediately, what do you do? And when he told me he was a fireman, you know, I said it takes a special kind of person to be a fireman.
Thought firemen was always my hero.
For more information, contact the Valdosta Fire Department. Edward Riley Black of the Utilities Department is the September 2018 Employee of the Month. Riley volunteered to move from the Mud Creek facility to the Guest Water Treatment Plant and has worked on daily preventative equipment inspections and reduced a backlog of 90 work orders to 30 in 2 weeks. He has also been successful at implementing an on-site heat exchange backflush process and eliminating the need to ship ozone cooling system heat exchange to Texas for cleaning and refurbishment. These actions saved the city of Valdosta nearly $16,000. We congratulate him on being the September 2018 Employee of the Month. Now let's take a look at what's taking place in the city in the coming weeks. September 10th, Valdosta Tree Commission meeting, 5:15 in the City Hall Annex Engineering Conference Room. September 10th, Valdosta Historic Preservation Commission meeting, 5:30 in the City Hall Annex Multi-Purpose Room. September 11th, 9/11 ceremony, 10 a.m. at Historic Lowndes County Courthouse. September 11th, Zoning Board of Appeals meeting, 2:30 in the City Hall Annex Multi-Purpose Room. September 11th, Central Valdosta Development Authority Board meeting, 5 p.m. at the City Hall Annex Multi-Purpose Room. September 12th, Valdosta Lowndes County Airport Authority meeting, 8 a.m. at the Valdosta Regional Airport. September 17th, Georgia Constitution Day. September 17th, Valdosta Housing Authority meeting, 12 p.m. at 610 East Ann Street. September 17th, Keep Lowndes Valdosta Beautiful Board meeting, 5:30 at the City Hall Annex Engineering Conference Room. September 18th, Valdosta Lowndes County Development Authority meeting, 5:30 at 103 Roosevelt Drive. To stay informed of what's happening in the city, sign up for the weekly e-news blast at valdostacity.com/public-information. This month, the Valdosta Police Department and Fire Department started their Citizens Academies. They are 2 fun and exciting ways for citizens to learn more about their local government. There's also Valdosta Government 101 this spring. Citizens have volunteer opportunities to serve on a board or committee each quarter. We encourage all citizens to get more involved with their community. This concludes another edition of City Focus. Be sure to visit our website, valdostacity.com. Like us on Facebook, Valdosta City Without Limits. Also like our Valdosta Youth Council page. Follow us on Twitter at City of Valdosta and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Metro 17 Valdosta, to watch City Focus on demand. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time here on City Focus.